Understand? See, whatever ideas you have about you, not even when your spouse is next to you, when your spouse is next to you or when your son is next to you, how you behave, how you feel about you, not that. When you are all alone in your room, what you feel about you, what do you think about you, all that ideas put together is called inner image. It can be whatever. You may think, I am lazy, I am tired, anything I touch does not work, I don't know why life is like this for me. Whatever ideas you may have about you. And it is not necessary, it should always be bad. There will be sometime even good, but rarely. So any idea you carry about you, when you are all by yourself, it is called inner image. And all the ideas you show about you to others, usually through our speech and great words, how we show to others, these are all others, various people in your life, to your boss, to your subordinate, to your worker, to your driver, to your wife, to your son, daughter, father, mother, to all of them. How you show you to others, all that put together is called outer image. After a long time I am writing, sorry. No, all these modern gadgets have completely taken away the ability to write. That's the problem. All these modern gadgets. See, sometimes I do write on the screen, but the moment we save, it becomes all letters. So we do not know our handwriting is so bad. All my books I write on iPad only, but the moment you save, it becomes regular letters. How you show yourself to others is outer image. All of you understand how you show yourself to others. And in the modern day, even to your son, to your father, you need to sell yourself. In those days, only for business purpose you need to sell. Nowadays, even for relationship purpose, you need to sell yourself. The selling is no more a part of business now. Selling is even part of our life and relationships. So, outer image. How you project yourself. How others grasp you, hold you, understand you. That is called others image. Listen carefully. In a meeting, your friend comes and brags, tells so many things about himself. Do you believe? You don't. But when you brag about you, you always believe others believe you. Tell me, how many of you have this blind spot? See, when others brag, you don't believe, but you strongly believe. When you brag, others believed you. It's a blind spot. Understand? How many of you are understanding? Yes, this is a blind spot. So, how others hold you is never the way you project. You need to understand there is a blind spot. There is a gap. Your outer image and others' image, there is a blind spot. There is a gap. Actually, many of us fail in our life, in our decisions, in our career, in our relationship, in many places, because we did not look at this blind spot. How many of you can remember at least one or two incidents about this blind spot which you missed in your life? Then you understand. Fourth, what you feel about life and others. That's called life image. Means, oh God, whole life is cheating me. Everyone is out there only to cheat me. Some ideas. Sometimes it even can be good. Oh, life is good and it's really supporting me. Whatever ideas you carry about the life and others, that's life image. So now, ideas you carry about you inside you, inner image. The ideas you show about you to others, how you project you, outer image, how others hold you, grasp you. We always think, why should I bother about what others think? No. You need to bother, especially the people with whom your life is involved. See, you don't need to bother about somebody who is walking in the street. You don't need to bother. But people who are walking in your life, you are responsible for how they hold you, because they are part of your life. Anybody whom you see more than thrice a day, or anybody whom you remember more than thrice a day, they are part of your life. Understand? If you are seeing or remembering more than thrice a day, they are part of your life, and their image about you matters. It matters. It is going to impact your life, and they are part of your life. You cannot say, why should I care about what they think about me? What your spouse thinks about you matters, because that is going to decide the quality of the food you are going to eat. Understand? It will directly affect your lunch. So what people who are living with you, how they carry you matters. That is ultimately your responsibility. And life image. Now, if you see, all your incompletions are only gap between these. The gap between what you think and what you show. The gap between what you are trying to show and what others try to understand. The gap between what you feel about life. I want you to sit for a few minutes. Find out what all the inner image you have. Good or bad, pen down everything. What all outer image you have, pen down everything. What all others image, means how others are expecting you. The people who live around you, do they want you to be more rich? Are they expecting you to collapse? Do they want you to become a success? Or are they just waiting for you to be a failure? What is their image about you? What are they feeling as your future? Please understand. Are they feeling you are going to be a success in the future or failure in the future, or they are unsure about you? All this matters for you. What is their image cognition about you? What is their image and cognition about you? how to find out, you should never believe what they tell you directly. What they tell common friend and take promise from that friend, don't tell you. And this fellow will immediately give you missed call, saying that I have something urgent to talk to you. Call me back. And you will be calling with your high BP. And then you will... That is what is others' image. I think this women can understand. See the smile this side. They can really feel oneness with what I am talking. They are in Advaita with what I am talking. More than men, these women can understand. So, whatever you feel, others' image, good or bad, whatever you feel as your life image, just take few minutes and pen down all these four separately. Then I'll move to the next step of completion. Listen. See, now you wrote whatever inner image you have, outer image you have, others' image you have, life image you have. Now pen down, taking few minutes, what you want to have. Whether it will become reality or not is not your worry, that's my responsibility. Understand? Making it happen is my responsibility. What is the best inner image you want to have? What is the best outer image you want to have? What is the best others image you want to have? What is the best life image you want to have? Pen down. Making it happen is my job. So you can use all your whims and fancies and fantasies. Because making it happen is my job, it's not your job. So pen down, few minutes. Listen carefully. You have the identity which you are having at present. You see, inner image, outer image, others image, life image, all four put together is what is called your identity. You have your identity, what you are having now. You also have the identity what you want to have. Am I right? Listen, what you are having, how many of you discovered all four are completely disconnected? It is four persons living inside one body, nowhere related to each other. Raise your hand, let me see. Same way, how many of you discovered what you want to have is so aligned with each other? That is what I am saying. What you have is inauthentic identity. What you want to have is authentic identity. Our whole life is a journey from inauthentic identity to authentic identity. Now, few minutes, try to find what all the pattern stops you becoming authentic. For example, your present identity is morning till 8 o'clock, no question of getting out of the bed, Nidra Devi Puja. But in authentic identity, you wanted morning 4 o'clock to get up and do yoga. What is stopping you from becoming authentic? Laziness. Try to find the patterns. How the patterns are built in you, which is constantly not allowing you to become authentic. Understand? Whenever you discover pattern, don't judge whether you will be able to complete or not, because you are not going to complete. Understand? Completion is my responsibility. You don't have to have the logic, oh, I was like this, so I will be like this. No. I am giving a big breakthrough. I am making your past irrelevant. When you go back, most of you will not remember many of the past patterns. not just completing and free from it, you will not even remember. I am just control delete. It's a rebooting process. See, especially when you start manifesting powers, the tremendous earthquake happens in your biomemory and muscle memory. People ask me why somebody jumps, many are jumping during Kundalini awakening. It's a literally private earthquake, understand? A common earthquake, all of you know, buildings will shake. Kundalini awakening is a private earthquake. The whole system, your world is shaking. Common earthquake is the world shaking. Kundalini awakening is my world, your world shaking. Literally, many of the patterns with which you built you is getting shaken. Especially with power manifestation, the kind of a new inner image you will build, new identity you will build, the idea you will have about you. Sit few minutes and try to find the patterns which is stopping you becoming authentic.